Hi, this is Regeline Sabat, also known as Gigi. You're listening to Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is Gail Hamilton. Gail is an international speaker, sexual assault survivor, and advocate. She's the first blind woman to win both the Miss Colorado Senior America crown. She's an author and singer. Welcome to the show, Gail.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. It's an honor to have you here today.
Mhm.
And now at this time, Gail Hamilton is going to sing Climb Every Mountain.
Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, forge every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream. A dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, forge every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Now, Gail, if you had to describe yourself in one word, oftentimes you would say that you are all about flying. Why?
Why? Because, well, one, I've never seen a bird because I'm blind. So I think it'd be really cool to be free and up there and totally around. I think another reason my grandma gave me, I know it's old fashioned, but Jonathan Livingston Seagull when I was in high school. And it was the recording where it was read, the whole book. And I think it was Ogden Nash, but I'm not sure. And he read the book, and there's this orchestra, beautiful accompaniment in the background. And I love music, right? And it seemed like it was so beautiful. And I thought, wow, how cool would that be to be free? And maybe that was because my home life was horrible. I wanted to be free. Maybe it's because being blind, I'm always tethered to somebody's arm or a cane or a dog. But I just think it'd be really cool to just be untethered and to be free and psychologically to be able to do what you want when you want and live your dreams and fly on your wings. So I've always loved that record ever since I heard it the first time. It's always my go-to pick me up encouragement, inspirational piece. And I want to be that person. I want to be free and untethered.
Absolutely amazing. Now, tell us more about how you overcame being depressed over being blind.
Well, I don't know if you overcome it because it's a daily thing. Every time you run into a wall, it's like, oh, still blind. Because in my head I see, but there are ways to cope with it, and it affects every aspect of my life, from computers to cooking to walking out there in the world to singing to speaking, everything. What takes probably a sighted person an instantaneous moment to do something, it takes me at least 6 to 10 times as long. So I think just knowing that, have patience with oneself. I did lots of therapy once upon a time. I journal, I write, I talk to other people. So going through it, you just, have to know you're not alone. There's other blind people out there. You go talk to those people. How do they do it? For me, I can't do anything about being blind. So why not accept it? There's worse things in life. And God, I believe, gave me blindness as a purpose and as a reason, and it's my pleasure to be blind for that purpose, so it works for me.
Amen. Very
Yeah.
powerful. Now, you are a sexual assault survivor. Tell us more about how you overcame this major challenge in your life.
And it was, yeah, I had my father abused me when I was a kid, and so did my older brother. And I knew some stuff from my father and some stuff consciously from my brother, but I didn't really know about it until I got into a relationship. And then it hit me full force in the face like, whoa, this isn't normal. And what I was feeling wasn't normal. And so I got myself into psychotherapy, and I spent about 10 years kicking and screaming. And not just I didn't have any conscious visual memories, and what I had was body memories. And a lot of people would discount that because they never heard of body memories. But it was, for me, that's what my memories were. Maybe because I didn't really have full-fledged visuals. I had some, but so yeah, the body memories, and I just kept kicking and screaming them out and feeling it in my body until finally I got rid of it. And I think actually writing my book also helped get me rid of some of those. It was like the last piece to overcome the the pain of all that. I still have the memories, but not the pain of it. And I don't walk in that every day.
As a sexual assault survivor myself, my heart truly goes out to you.
Oh,
Now,
thank
tell
you.
us more about your singing passion and when did music become your life?
I always did music. I in first grade and kindergarten. Oh my gosh, I had the biggest mouth ever, and my brother would hit me with his elbow and go, "Shh, quiet, stop it." And so I just had a big mouth. In grade school, um, what did I do? Oh, I always sang harmony because I loved harmony, but I sang it an octave higher than anybody else did. And people go, "Why are you doing that?" And it's like, because I can. But it really hit me when I was in high school and I was trying to get out of piano lessons. And I said, "Can I take voice?" And they go, "As long as you take piano." I was like, ah. And so I took my first lesson, and I'd always been in choirs and stuff. And as soon as I hit my first high C, my teacher said, "What are you doing being an alto?" And I went, "Oh." And so I turned kind of from Gail the alto to Gail's soprano. But I knew in that first lesson that I was a singer, and that'd be my passion.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, walk us through the moment you decided not to end your life by suicide.
The moment I decided not to, hmm, that's a good one. Uh, well, I can remember the very one of the last times that I wanted to do that. And fortunately, I was always aware enough to go get help, to call my therapist, not to go through it. I knew to reach out, which I think is always the first step, reaching out. And so I can remember being in her office, and I can remember wanting to hurt myself and hit myself. And so depression always is anger turned inward. So I was a retroflector. I always wanted to hurt myself. Of course, depression and suicide would be that. And so we had a plastic bat that we would hit the abuser on a pillow with. And I can remember having that bat in my hand and wanting to hit myself over and over and over with that. And I can remember her just taking my hand gently and putting it down, and she'd do it again, take my hand and put it down. And I I just wanted to be loved. I just wanted the pain to end. And I went, and because I had the visual memories I did have was lights and faces, probably from my traumatic birth and probably from my father. The face, I never could figure out that was the face of my father, but there's always his face. I never could know who that was. And so I just wanted to bash that face out of my memory. And so I think finally just doing that enough times, I got rid of that pain enough not to ever want to do it. I think one of the last times too was when I was in a relationship, which brought up all that stuff. And I can remember lying on the floor at Christmas time and saying I looked pathetic for crying so much. I was under the tree, the Christmas tree, and the dog was over here, and I looked so pathetic. I just don't want to ever do this again. And I just, you just cried out so many times that finally the pain's gone.
Very inspiring. Thank you for sharing that with us, Gail.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us more about your book, Soaring into Greatness, A Blind Woman's Vision to Live Her Dreams and Fly.
Book starts with my birth, and it goes all the way up through winning the Miss Colorado Senior America and the Nationals. And so it's just a whole memoir of my life is seen by a blind woman. And it has a good ending. People say, how, it's so victimy. I go, well, it was my life. I was sad and I was depressed, and there's discrimination, societal and family, and there is abuse, and there is depression. And I'm sorry, life just happened. But the good news is, I changed and I evolved and I grew, and so it has a good ending. But it is all that, in detail. So
I love it.
yeah.
Now, what is your why that keeps you going?
I want to inspire people. I say in the back of the book, if I can help a blind child see, with their inner vision, a person overcome their challenges, a person find their heart, or get back in relation, whatever your challenge is, if I could help one person go through that, get on the other side, move through the pain, the whatever their challenge is, then I've served my purpose. I just want to inspire people that they too can live an unstoppable, unforgettable, unbelievable life, because it's possible. If I can go from depression to soaring, so can anybody else.
It's possible. Very powerful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, what is your best advice to the audience for walking with purpose and living a life of happiness?
Best advice. I think for me, some of the elements are, I have to be in alignment with source, spirit, God, whatever you want to call that. Believe, have some faith in something bigger than me. I have to be sort of alignment. I have to be authentic, real to myself, real to God, real to others. Don't be fakey. And have a positive attitude, one of gratitude. Be thankful for everything, because everything has a reason and a purpose. And then finally, take action. Do one little thing, whatever that one little thing is forward. Do that every day. So those are kind of like my 4 A's.
I love it. Now, Gail, where can the audience find you?
Find me because I'm all about flying. So the website is Soaring into Greatness, just like the book is Soaring into Greatness. And the email is Gail at soaringintogreatness.com.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to reach out to Gail via email that she just provided. And also her website is www.soaringintogreatness.com. And Gail, thank you again for being a guest on Walk With Me podcast.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.